General William Gordon, of Fyvie, was a British general and courtier. He was several times returned to Parliament by the interest of the Duke of Marlborough, and precipitated a family quarrel with his nephew, the Duke of Gordon, by commandeering a regiment that the latter was raising. Military career. He was the son of William Gordon, 2nd Earl of Aberdeen, and his third wife, Lady Anne Gordon. Educated at Edinburgh University, he was commissioned a cornet in the 11th Regiment of Dragoons in 1756. On the 11th of August 1759, he was appointed to a captaincy in the newly raised 16th Regiment of Dragoons, appointed a lieutenant colonel in the 105th Regiment of Foot on the 11th of October 1762. He went on half-pay when that regiment was disbanded in 1763. On his grand tour of Europe, he passed through Rome, where he was painted by Pompeo Batoni in 1765–66, wearing the uniform of the 105th but with his tartan arranged like a toga. In 1767, Gordon was returned as Member of Parliament for Woodstock, through the influence of his friend the Duke of Marlborough. He was re-elected in 1768. In 1774, Marlborough put him in for Heytesbury instead. In Parliament, Gordon supported the government, although his attendance was irregular. In 1775, Marlborough obtained for him an appointment as Groom of the Bedchamber to King George III, whom he served until 1812. Gordon was returned again for Heytesbury at the ensuing by-election. In 1777, Gordon became involved in a family quarrel with his nephew, Alexander Gordon, a 4th Duke of Gordon. The Duke had offered to raise a new regiment for the king, with the intent of bestowing the colonelcy upon his brother, Lord William Gordon. King George objected, however, to Lord William, who had disgraced himself by eloping with and then abandoning Lady Sarah Bunbury. Gordon of Fyvie seized the opportunity to write to Lord German to request the colonelcy, assuring him of his nephew's support. He was brevetted a colonel on the 29th of August 1777 and appointed colonel of the regiment on the 19th of December. However, the Duke discovered that Gordon of Fyvie had already chosen the officers of the regiment and written to them before he even knew if he would get the command, and the appointments, he thought, were arranged so as to threaten his electoral influence in Aberdeenshire. Ultimately, the Duke prevailed upon the king to raise a fencible regiment under his personal command, but the competition in recruiting that followed created a permanent breach between the Duke and Fyvie's branch of the family, including his brother Sandy. Gordon remained a consistent supporter of the government when not absent with his regiment. During the Gordon riots of 1780, provoked by his nephew Lord George Gordon, Gordon of Fyvie asked him if he meant to admit the mob to the House of Commons and threatened to run him through with his sword if he did. Marlborough did not put him up for Heytesbury in the 1780 election, and Gordon made no attempt to contest Aberdeenshire. He was promoted Major General on the 19th of October 1781. His regiment was disbanded in 1783, and he again went on half-pay. Gordon was appointed Colonel Commandant of the 4th Battalion of the 60th Regiment of Foot on the 3rd of October 1787, of the 7th Regiment of Foot on the 29th of October 1788, and of the 71st Regiment of Foot on the 19th of April 1789. Gordon was promoted Lieutenant General on the 12th of October 1793 and General on the 1st of January 1798. He was appointed to the colonelcy of the 21st Regiment of Foot on the 6th of August 1803, which he commanded until his death. He lived at Martin's Heron House at Winkfield in Berkshire. He married his housekeeper Isabel Black, by whom he had already had a son, William Gordon.